The world before the Industrial Revolution was a place dominated by hand tools, horse-drawn carts, and small-scale farming. The pace of life was slow, and the concept of mass production was almost non-existent. But between the late 18th and early 19th centuries, something extraordinary began to happen. It was the dawn of a new age, an age that would change everything. In Great Britain, the birthplace of this revolution, a series of groundbreaking innovations began to emerge. At the heart of this transformation were machines that could work faster, harder, and more efficiently than ever before. The steam engine, invented by James Watt in 1765, would become the symbol of this new industrial world. But it wasn't just the steam engine. The Industrial Revolution brought about advances in almost every field: agriculture, manufacturing, transportation, and communication. For centuries, agriculture had been the backbone of economies, with most people working the land. But with the advent of new farming techniques, such as crop rotation and the seed drill, farmers could grow more food with fewer workers. This meant that many people left the countryside in search of work in the growing industrial cities. As cities grew, so did the demand for workers. Factories sprang up in almost every corner of Britain, fueled by innovations in textile manufacturing. Machines like the spinning jenny and the power loom revolutionized the production of cloth, turning it into one of the country's most profitable industries.
Before the industrial era, textiles were made by hand in people's homes. The spinning jenny, invented by James Hargreaves, allowed workers to spin multiple threads at once, and the power loom, designed by Edmund Cartwright, could weave cloth far faster than a human could ever manage. These machines were the foundation of a new economic system, where mass production replaced the old artisanal methods.
With the rise of factories came new challenges. Labor conditions in these factories were harsh. Workers, including women and children, worked long hours in dangerous conditions for very little pay. The industrial age had a dark side, where the push for profit often overshadowed the well-being of the workers. But despite these hardships, the revolution pressed on. The growth of industry required better transportation, so railroads and steamships became the arteries of commerce. Railways linked cities, creating a faster way to transport goods and people. And with the development of the telegraph by Samuel Morse in the 1830s, communication became almost instantaneous. Soon the effects of the Industrial Revolution spread beyond Britain, influencing countries around the world. The United States, Germany, and Japan would all undergo their own industrial transformations, each with their unique twists on the revolution.
The spread of industrialization didn't just change economies, it transformed societies. Urbanization, the rise of a new middle class, and the spread of consumer culture were all consequences of this shift. At the same time, it led to new forms of social inequality, as the wealthy capitalists thrived while the working poor often suffered in squalid conditions.
Despite the challenges, the legacy of the Industrial Revolution is undeniable. It laid the groundwork for the modern world, ushering in an era of technological innovation that continues to shape our lives today. From steam engines to smartphones, the principles of mass production, technological advancement, and innovation that defined the Industrial Revolution are still with us. Yet, as we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, what lessons can we learn from this time of great change? We must remember that progress comes with consequences. The Industrial Revolution showed us that while technology can drive economic growth, it can also have unintended social and environmental impacts. The challenge for us today is to balance innovation with sustainability and equality. As we continue to evolve and adapt in an ever-changing world, the story of the Industrial Revolution serves as a reminder of how transformative and challenging progress can be. This has been the story of the Industrial Revolution, an age that changed the world forever.